Tinubu was never our choice. For the first time in my life history, I decided to come out in the 2023 presidential election to vote my candidate, but you stole our mandate.
Three of us sought ever more debased acquisition of the Commonwealth, consumed by the pursuit of money.
Will you hire Tinubu? Will you hire Tinubu? Now, with the kind of manifestation of satanism, of wickedness, of killing, of kidnapping, of poverty, of hunger, will have the temerity to come out and ask for votes? Not only ask for votes.
Hello, wonderful followers and subscribers of Holy Ghost Son. I hope this video finds you well. Very quickly, I want to show you a video of a young girl that spilled bitter truth to Pablo Escobar and made him shed tears. Now, this young girl, Dele Farotimi, Deja Denyaju, and Senator Dino Milayi, these guys finished Pablo Escobar water. As a matter of fact, Deja Denyaju said, Pablo and Pablo Escobar, they are Buccaneers, Curtis. Now, before you watch this video, you gotta like it. When you like it, Facebook and YouTube is going to recommend it for more people to see. Number one. Number two, someone was asking me yesterday in the comment section, if we share the video, what will it do? What difference will it make? Let me tell you what the difference will make. Number one, if you hate the way things are going in the country, the least you can do now is by sharing video like this. By sharing video like this, you are used to sensitize the public. Now, by the time the citizen will storm the street, right? The world will be aware that we have been crying, we have been talking. Two, you are using the video like this to awaken the public, to let them know that this is not business as usual. Because if we don't rise and take the country in our hand now, with the way things are going, people are crying they can no longer eat 3 square meals a day. The time shall come, 1 square meal you can't eat. When you talk, Pablo Escobar will call for you. If they can kidnap a whole VDM, you may be the next. Your brother may be the next. Join me and watch the video, and please endeavor to share.
Tinubu was never our choice. For the first time in my life history, I decided to come out in the 2023 presidential election to vote my candidate, but you stole our mandate, keeping us in the situation where we have to feed from hand to mouth. We are angry and we are tired. We are angry and we are tired. The average Nigeria is now the poor. When he said, let the poor breathe, everybody is now the poor. If you think that Nigeria is good, that means you are among the thieves that we are talking about. If you go to the market with 50,000 naira, you will not come back with anything reasonable. Just a sack bag in this economy. And you know one thing about Nigerian economy, what goes up never comes down. That law of gravity doesn't happen in Nigeria, and it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make logical sense. Like, you people, this is getting out of hand. If you don't know what to say, just set your camera and say that the president is a terrible president. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you are a terrible president. You were not my choice. I don't know.
They don't think beyond their lifetime. All they focus on is a stupid acquisition of money, obscene display of debauchery of all sorts, ever more debased acquisition of the Commonwealth. Are those the ones you call elite? Mindless pursuit of money as if they are going to live forever. They live stupidly consumed by the pursuit of money. We don't have elite in Nigeria. We have no elite in Nigeria. If we were a country blessed with an elite class, they would have demanded better, both of themselves and of the society they have built. You know the tragedy of the people you are calling elite? The pinnacle of their achievement in their own eyes is their capacity to buy homes abroad and send their children abroad and be able to take their children abroad. They build things that their children cannot even inherit. They are building a country that their children can't survive in. Are those the ones you are calling elite? Which elite? Nigeria is not blessed with an elite class. Wherever you look at it, whether it's in the academia, whether it's in politics, whether it's in the economy itself, which elite? The only thing they compete about is my private jet is bigger than yours. That's all now. Which elite? What is elite about our society? Exactly what have they done in the society that is suggestive of a people that may be considered elite? What elite? All of them are carrying second passports. Each and every one of the person you may call elite in Nigeria today has a second passport. if the British who governs us indirectly or the Americans who benefit from our putrefaction have not granted them either permanent stay or residence or their passport, their children are carrying it, or they will go and buy one of the Mediterranean countries' passports, or they will go to, say, all these funny countries, Grenadine, this one, that one, each and every, including your traditional rulers, they all carry all these funny passports up and down the place. Are those the ones they are calling elite? Elites living in slums. Those are the elites. We have no elites in Nigeria. Don't let's fool ourselves. We have no elites. So please, stop. You don't have an elite. I'm sorry to say. There is no elite in Nigeria. Please.
Now, with the kind of manifestation of satanism, of wickedness, of killing, of kidnapping, of poverty, of hunger, will have the temerity to come out and ask for votes. Not only ask for votes, then they will have the audacity to attack a man who is stable, who is mentally and physically stable. And you are now trying to defend a man like Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you have Sade's mother, you have Sheyi's mother, you have Jide's mother, you have Abibat and Zainab. Those are the children of Remi Tinubu. 5 children from 4 women. And out of these 5 children, only 2 are known. Only Sade and Sheyi are known. Out of these 4 women, the only one that we know is Remi Tinubu. Others are mysteriously hidden somewhere. We have no record of them. But everything about Bola Ahmed Tinubu is controversial, mysteriously controversial. And the most shameful aspect of it is that Bola Ahmed Tinubu's mother died a few years ago because of shame, because he's ashamed of himself, because he has identity problem. He could not attend his own mother's burial. Is that the kind of character you show? It's not personal. You show as a Nigerian, a man who is not mentally or physically fit, is not complying with the provision of the Constitution of Nigeria 1999 as amended, because the Constitution has said for you to be the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, you need to be physically and mentally fit. Is that you? Will you hire Tinubu? Will you hire Tinubu?
The country is doomed for real, and there's no coming back from it. Any nation where the police, the SSS, the army are subcontracted to politicians instead of policing the nation can never work. Forget about this cosmetic surgery and all these things. And believe me, as we are here, I can assure you that there are more than 200 conferences going on in Abuja right now. Nothing comes out of these conferences. Absolutely nothing. If you go to Merit House, if you go to Transcorp, if you go to Sheraton, if you go to Ibro Hotel, even here, I think there are about 4 or 5 conferences going on here today. These are conferences, you print conference material, they do flyer, they do banner, we are wasting time in this country. Nigeria needs active citizens who will just wake up early in the morning on a faithful Wednesday or Thursday or Friday and occupy the entire nation and demand for reform and demand that these armed robbers, these buccaneers who are in the National Assembly, that they must stop stealing. A situation where you have the national budget and 80% of the national budget is stolen. Is stolen. Blatantly stolen. And you expect me, you tell me that things can work. A situation where in a country somebody stands in a church and says lion carried him on his back, and people actually believe. People believe. So how do you want such a nation to work? And again, can you really blame them? You can't blame them, because go and check all nations of the earth where governments have failed, people turn to God and religion. That's why you see people. Are you not surprised that Nigerians are calling on God of Israel? Israel is calling on Iron Dome for protection. So, having said that, it's also important to say that if not for social media, where will we have been able to see the Akpabios of this world that will tell citizens and insult them that while you are protesting, I will be eaten? You know, if not for social media, how would we have seen Yabelo resisting arrest by EFCC. If not for social media, how will we have been able to see the First Lady fooling around planting something in her backyard? And that is the only way to develop an economy. If not for social media, how will we have been able to know the abracadabra of Dangote and the NNPC and all their wuru-wuru? If not for social media, how will we have been able to see the miracle of off your mic? You remember when the other man was accused of stealing 80-something billion naira, and he immediately they started asking questions in the National Assembly. He fainted. You know, if not for social media, how will we have been able to see the exposure of tribal bigots online who tells Igbos not to vote in Lagos in their own country on election day? If not for social media, how will we have been able to see the level of brigandry during elections and electioneering, where, if not for social media, how will we have been able to see those unethical practices? Again, if not for social media, how will we have been able to see the young man from China who exposes corruption and skill, the lecturer from Kano, Dambelu, who is Tinubu's friend? If not for social media, how will we have been able to see that? If not for social media, how will we have been able to see the APC national chairman, Gandola, stuffing his Babariga with dollars? This is what they want to regulate. Don't allow them to regulate social media. Social media remains the conscience of the citizenry. If not for social media, how will we have been able to know that they have renamed Nigeria Federal Republic of Rice? Every problem, they believe that rice is the solution. If not for social media, finally, I know my time is up.